Hey, welcome back friends. So from this video we are going to create 50 different unique type images using of our background and the scale images. Okay, so you can see here in the code we have one folder which name is input, and here is inside the input here only a one file which name is config.js, and we have another folder which name is output, and it contains a metadata.json. Okay, so in the metadata.json you can add your metadata for your NFT. Okay, now let me show you where is the folder, and you can open this generative art node man, and here you have a folder which name is input. Okay, and inside this input folder we will paste first we will copy our background and skull folder. Inside the background you can see we have 5 background images, and in the skull you can see we have 10 face of skull bodies. Okay, so from 10 skull bodies and 5 background we will generate 50 unique images. Okay, so you can see the maximum combination 5 into 10 is equal to 50. Okay, if you will create more than 50 the images will duplicate. Okay, the duplicate images will be generated, so we cannot generate maximum by 50. Okay, so minimize this calculator and let's back on crypto skull NFT. Select this folder and select this skull folder, right click, copy, not cut. Okay, copy these two folders. Let's minimize this and let's back on our input and open first Visual Studio, and you can see here there is no any folder inside the input, and let's paste here, paste. Okay, after pasting you can see here our two folders appear now, BG and skull. So minimize this input. So from this two you can see here, from this two we will generate unique 50 images. Okay, you can see, cut this. So what we need to do, simple, follow my steps. Simple, let's go on config.js. First step, you can see here we need to do some changes using of 3 steps. Simple, in first step here I will give the dimension of width which is 800 of our image, and height is also 800. We just need to do changes this only. Okay, and after this in config you can see here we have this code id1, id2 and id3 for the third folder, but we have now the 2 folder. Okay, when we add 3 folder then we will uncomment this line. Okay, so here we can give the name of first folder. So first folder name is BG. You can see here I can give here also BG and then BG, and in the second in id2 I can give here skull. Okay, copy and paste here also, paste and paste. So this is the second step is completed. Okay, in first step we just mentioned the dimension like width and height of the image, and in the second we just define the folders name here from the input BG and skull. Okay, inside the skull we have 10 copies, and inside the background BG folder we have 5 copies. So save file, don't forget to save config.js. Now let's go on index for the third step. So here in just starting you can see here the numbers, after numbers how much images we want to generate. So we cannot generate, we can create 1000 of images, but the images will be duplicate. So the maximum output we can give here 50. Okay, so 50 images we can generate. Now let's save the file index also, and after this is the third step. Okay, now the fourth is simple. Let's open the terminal, click on new terminal, and simple, here we need to write node index.js. Okay, then press enter from your keyboard. Let's see what happened. It's generating, it's creating addition. Okay, it's creating 50. Now you can see in the output it's creating images. Let's open our folder output. Okay, let's back in generative art node and open the output and maximize the file. Now you can see here it's automatic generating the images. First the background is appearing, and on the background the second image is merged. You can see here this is the unique images, unique 50 images. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you can see here the unique images, unique 50 images. Let me open this and maximize the window, and you can see second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 20, 41, 42, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and then 50. Okay, simple steps. From the simple steps you can generate lots of images. Okay, I hope you got this. If you have any doubt you can ask me the question. But before this, from the output folder I will copy these all images. So select all and unselect this metadata and right click and cut, not copy. I am going to cut and copy from here. Cut, and let's back on our desktop and create new folder, and the folder name will be final skull NFT, and inside this folder I will create another folder skull 50. Okay, now inside this folder I will paste all that 50 images of skull. So paste here. Okay, now I hope you got this. Okay, cut this, and I hope you got this. We have created 50 unique images. Now we are going to create 1000 images, 1000 unique images using of skull 50 and using of Google. Okay, so let me show you. First open final skull NFT, and let's copy this folder. Okay, copy not cut. In this folder we have 50 unique images, and open generative art node and go to input, and inside the input paste that folder. Okay, and after this we need to copy. You can see here we have a folder which name is Googles. We have created 20 different types of Googles here. We have copied from the freepik.com royalty free images. You can see here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 and 19 and 20. So we have 20 combination, different combination. Okay, so let's back and copy this. Okay, copy, and let's back in our input and let's paste here. Okay, so first folder is skull 50 we have copied from this folder final skull NFT, and Google's folder we copied from this folder into the input. Okay, now we have two folders, four folders: BG, skull 50 and Google's, but in our code we will use only two folders. Okay, so you can see here we have skull 50 and Google's. So now what we need to do, simple, we want to create 1000 of images. Okay, so give here 1000 instead of 50. Using of calculator, you can see 50 into 20, we can create 1000 maximum images. Okay, so we are going to create 1000 images. So save this index.js and let's back on config.js, and in first id we need to give skull 50. Okay, copy this folder name and paste in here in the name, and also we need to paste here, and in the second id we need to give goggles. Okay, let's copy the name goggles and paste here, and again paste here. Let's save the file. Okay, don't forget to save. And in the output we don't have any file, so we don't need to change the dimension. We need 800 into 800 images, the dimension of images. So save, and let's back here and type node index.js. Press enter from your keyboard and it's creating the addition. So it's taking time, so we need to wait. So it's created complete. So it's 1000 creating addition is completed. Now you can see here it's generating the images in the output folder. Let's open the output folder. Let's back on input and let's back on generative art node and open the output. Okay, and here you can see it's generating. First is generating the skull 50 image, background, then the body of the skull, then the goggle. It's merging the goggle on the skull face. Okay, so it will also take the time for generating 1000 of unique different images here. Okay, every images will be unique and different. Now the 1000 unique images is completed. Okay, you can see here 1000 different unique images is created successful. You can see here. Okay, this all the 1000 images are different and unique. I hope you got it, how it is generating using of the source code. It is very simple process. So this is the folder name is output, and select all, right click, okay, so select all from Ctrl plus A and press Ctrl and unselect this metadata. Okay, and right click and cut from here. Okay, from the output folder, and let's back and final skull NFT and create here a new folder. Okay, new folder name will be skull with Google 1000. Okay, and inside this folder right click and paste. Okay, so from the output folder it's moving into the skull with Google's 1000 folder. Okay, all the 1000 images is moving. It's completed. Okay, So now in final skull NFT we have two folders. One is skull 50 and another is skull with goggles 1000. Now we have 1050 unique and different images for NFT. Okay, so from the next video we will generate 2500 different images using the combination of moustache or cap. You can see here we have different folder. One folder is for moustache and is for cigar, and another is for caps. Okay, so using of this folder we will generate 2500 different NFTs one by one, and finally we will create 10,000 plus NFT. So now we are going to create 2500 different unique images using of different folder. Let me show you. And you can see here in final skull NFT we have skull with Google 1000. Okay, so let me copy this folder. Okay, and I am going to paste this folder inside the input folder of our source code. Okay, you can see here, simple. Let paste. Okay, and okay, now we need different objects. So which objects I am going to use? Simple, from the crypto skull NFT folder. Here we have left moustache, cigar and caps. In last video I have used goggles. So now in this video I am going to use moustache, then I will use caps, and then I will use cigar. Okay, so let me copy this moustache, not cut, and let me paste it inside the input folder. Okay, let paste. Okay, and into the moustache you can see we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 different type of moustache layers or images we can say, and you can see 10 moustache and 1000 images. So let me calculate 1000 into 10. So we can generate 10,000 different and unique images using of this combination. Okay, but we are going to generate only 2500 images using of moustache. Okay, because I need only 2500 images of moustache, then I will create 2500 different unique images using of caps and crowns and turbans. Okay, then again I will create 2500 different unique images using of cigar and cigarettes. So don't be confused. Minimize this and let's back on our code editor. Okay, you can see here a moustache and skull with goggles. So okay, so you can see here we have two folders. We will use this two folder, skull with goggles 1000, and second folder will be moustache. Okay, so first folder name will be, here we need to define skull with goggles 1000. Okay, let's copy this, copy and paste here, and then again paste here. Okay, now the second folder I am going to use here, moustache, moustache. Okay, cross check the spelling, moustache. Okay, if your spelling is mistake, then it will create the problem, your images will not generate it. Let's copy and let paste. So be careful when you will generate the images. Cross check every time. Moustache. Now let's save the file. Okay, another thing we need to change. What thing? We need to change the quantity of the images. Okay, now I don't want to generate 1000, I want to generate 2500. Okay, now let's save this index.js and the dimension will be same. Okay, this is the config.js. Save and Now let's see our output folder is empty or not. Yes, our output folder is empty. Now I can run the command same node index.js. okay, let's check it's working or not. Now our creating edition 2500 is completed, and you can see in the output the images will generated automatically. You can see here images is creating images is start now. So let's open our output folder, let's open the input, and let's back on generative art node man and click on the output, and here you can see the output with moustache. Okay, we can open the image. Perfect. Okay, so it's perfect. Now cut this image, and you can see here it's creating. It's first adding the image from the skull with Google 1000 folders, and then it's add the moustache from the moustache folder. So I hope you got this, how can we generate the different and unique images or digital art using of this source code and using of Photoshop. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question. And one another thing I want to tell you, you can create your own digital art. Okay, it is not necessary to create the skull, you can create another face. Okay, you can create another thing which is highly demanding in the market, you can create using a Photoshop, or you can hire a Photoshop designer. But in this tutorial I have shown you how can we use the Photoshop, so you can use the Photoshop to creating your digital art. You can learn it, it is easy. Okay, so friends, you can see here our 2500 different and unique images is generated successfully. You can see that. Okay, there are 2500 unique images with goggles and moustache. Okay, so first select all from Ctrl plus A. Okay, and let's unselect this one metadata file because I don't want to copy this. Let's right click and cut from here and minimize this and open our final skull NFT folder and right click and create new folder here. And here I am going to give the name skull goggles moustache 2500. Okay, and let's open this folder and I am going to paste all that 2500 unique images in that folder. Okay, so you can see here it's moving from that folder into this skull Google moustache 2500 folder, and now you can see we have the final different images. You can see here you can see here 1000 and plus 2500 means 3500 different images we have now. Open final skull NFT, and here you can see the output of the previous video. You can see the moustache and the goggle. Okay, now on this 2500 images we are going to add cigarette and cigar. Okay, so how can we do this? Simply, I hope you got this, the technique. You got this, the technique what I am doing here. Let's cut this simply. Let's pick and copy this folder of 2500 images. Okay, and let's back on this folder generative art node, and inside the input I am going to paste this folder. Okay, and it's pasting, and we need now we need cigar and cigarettes. So here in this folder you can see this, we have 5 images. So this folder now we need. Let's copy this. Okay, and again let's back on input, but the process is going on for copying 2500 images, and here in the input I am going to paste that cigar folder also. Okay, so you can see so here you can see we have 2500 unique images, and in other folder we have 5 cigar. Okay, so the maximum images, how the maximum images we can calculate, we can create. Let me open the calculator. 2500 unique images, and we have 5 cigar. Okay, so the total combination, unique combination we can create 12,500. Okay, but we are going to create only 2500. Okay, we don't need 12,500 images. So minimize the calculator and minimize this, and let's open our Visual Studio. And in the Visual Studio you can see we have cigar. Okay, and we have you can see this skull goggles moustache 2500. So first in first folder, let me copy the folder name. So rename this. How you can rename? Simple right click and rename, and copy this name of the folder. Okay, copy and minimize this, and let paste here in the config.js. Okay, let paste. Okay, just like here we need to paste, and just like this here we need to paste it folder. Okay, so now in the second we need cigar folder. Okay, type, you can copy and paste cigar here. So first save. Okay, save. Let's cross check the spelling. Skull goggles moustache 2500. Okay, skull goggles moustache 2500, skull goggles moustache 2500 cigar. Okay, the spelling is right. The spelling is right. Let's save, and let's back on the index, and here we want 2500 unique combinations. Okay, again let's save the file, and let's here we can run the command node index.js. Okay, press enter from your keyboard. Now the process is start creating edition. So the creating edition 2500 is completed. Now you can see in the output our images is creating. Let's open the output folder. Let's back on generative art not man, and let's open the output and maximize it. Perfect. You can see here. So you can see here our 2500 images completely created by the combination of two folders. You can see here this is the output folder. Now we can copy all the images from here. Let me first create a new folder in our final skull NFT. Create new folder here. Okay, and that new folder name will be, let me copy this folder name and rename new folder and paste this name here and add cigar here. So this is the combination of goggles, moustache and cigar. We have created 2500 images. Okay, so in this folder I will paste it all images. So select all, Control plus A, and Control unselect this metadata file and right click, cut from here, copy and cut. Okay, cut, and let's open this folder in final skull NFT, and inside this folder I'm going to paste. Okay, so it's pasting all the 2500 images inside this folder. Now we can see, open the first one, and you can see here this is the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Awesome. Okay, it's randomly open. It's looking good. Okay, now so let's continue to creating next 2500 images with the combination of skull, goggle, moustache, 2500 folder. Okay, so you can see here we have already this folder skull, goggles, moustache. In previous video we have merged cigar on that combination. You can see here the images on that images. In last video we have merged the cigars. Okay, now in these images from this video we are going to add the hats, caps and turbans and crowns. Okay, so let me cut, and you can see here in crypto skull NFT folder we have created in previous videos these layers into images, these caps layers into images. Okay, now you can see here we have 15 images, caps images. Okay, so now we are going to add this in our input. So let's copy this cap from crypto skull NFT and let's go in input. Okay, and inside the input folder I am going to paste that folder. Paste. Now you can see we have caps like cigar, like goggles, like moustache. Okay, so let's open our Visual Studio Code, and here you can see we have caps. So instead of cigar we are going to use caps. So let's change the spelling. Okay, instead of cigar only we need to change the name of the second ID folder. Okay, we don't need to do changes of anything. So save the file first, and you can see the spelling caps, and you can cross check the spelling caps, and we are using this folder. Okay, from here. So save the file, and let's again write node index.js, enter, and it's creating addition. Okay, so our creating edition 2500 is completed now. Now in the output folder our image is creating, you can see here. Okay, now let's open the output folder. Let's go in generative art node main and open output and maximize the window, and we can see here the images is creating, okay, one by one. So now you can see our 2500 images is created successful with caps. Okay, so let's back and let's open our final scale NFT folder, and here we need to copy this, copy this folder name and create new folder. Okay, and the new folder name will be moustache caps. Okay, so you can see here skull goggles moustache with cigar, skull goggle moustache with caps, 2500 images. Okay, now we have 8500 images. So open this, and in this folder we will paste all these files. Okay, let first select all, Ctrl+A, and Control unselect this metadata file, right click, cut, and let's back on skull goggle moustache caps 2500 folder and paste here. Now let's see, and let's open the first. Perfect. Okay, it's awesome. You can see here the images, and now we can apply and we can use cigar in this collection. Okay, in this folder. So you can see here we have heads, goggles, moustache, and we can add here a cigar or cigarette also. Okay, so what we need to do, cut this and back here. Okay, so this folder we will paste in our input. I hope you got this. What I have done, you can see here we have now 8500 images. Okay, more than 8500 images.